So please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
More like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy here.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now that you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Arnold. Name?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic.
That's great, partner. You two ever go outplace everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go, we head to Kroger's and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can
first.
you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you gotta get the smile going on some shoes, but
Wait, hold up.
You got.
I gotta
when it's
try
time,
this with you.
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Find somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. What's up, everybody? Good evening to y'all. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's all terrific and positive. You know what I'm saying? I hope you did something positive with your day, as we all should be doing something positive every single day with our time above this dirt. All right? So I hope you guys did something positive today. That's all I'm going to say right there. My boy T's in the house. What's up, man?
What's up, everybody? Listen, I'm in a good mood. I'm relaxed. It's a new era about to begin, so I'm excited. The energy is about to be popping because we definitely persevered these last 4 years.
No doubt.
And we all deserve some peace and some happiness and some love in this world. So let's do it ourselves.
Yes, and I think for a long time we were. For a little while there, we were in the dark. So I'm looking forward to a little bit of a change. You know what I'm saying? Just a little change. You know what I mean?
I'll take that two ways. Some change in perspective and in life, and also some change in my pocket as well.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I want my pockets to get fatter, of course. I mean, what's better than some money? More
Prosperity.
money. Yes, you know what I mean? A copious amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So I am most definitely looking forward to a new era. And I'm hoping it's a positive era. No bloodshed, no tyranny, treason, terrorism. How about this? And no wars. I'm down for like 4 or 17,000 more years of no wars. I'm down for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I will take that all day. But, of course, if you guys have been living under a rock or in a cage, because if you lived under a rock, you'd be dead. Okay? So really, real talk. You'd have to be like the smallest human being in the world to live under a rock. But if you've been living in a cage, so I don't get that phrase. That phrase don't make no sense. Okay? Don't make no sense. But if you've been living in a cage, or completely just living off the fat of the land. I'm sorry. I'll stop with all the sayings. Then I'm just a quick recap. President Trump will be gone as of noonish tomorrow. Allegedly, he will be gone. And Eastern time, noon Eastern time. And a new president will be sworn in to office tomorrow. And I got to be real. I think a lot of us have been very excited about a change, especially after what happened about 13 days ago. Let's not forget that, okay? I'm just saying. That was like the nail in the coffin. We've already talked about that countless times. And like I said, if you've been living under a rock, you'd be dead. But if you've been living under a rock or in a cage, or in a cage, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Emancipate yourself, my brothers and sisters. But if you've been living in a cave, some crazy stuff went down. Capitol Hill, insurrection, everything you can think of. People died, bloodshed. Right after one of many infamous rants, aka speeches, that Trump has had. All that craziness went down, right? So yeah, I feel like a lot of people are just kind of ready to get this bad taste out of their mouths. And the taste of Trump, that sounds so wrong. I'm sorry for putting that imagery in your head. But yeah, the taste of Trump, we're all trying to get that taste right out our mouths. And tomorrow, it's official. He gone. I'm serious. Suavemente, besame, te quiero te tiro. I mean, you're just ready to. Just ready. It doesn't matter whatever you're playing. It doesn't. You can play hardcore heavy metal, Norwegian black heavy metal. I don't give a damn. And you're just going, yes. Seriously. Everybody will be. I feel like a large majority will be rejoicing tomorrow. But that's just me. That's just me.
Pop that champagne.
Whew. And then some. And then some. Hey, man, roll if it's legal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, tomorrow's going to be glorious. I mean, seriously, like the angels will be rising from, I don't know, from out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Champagne will literally rain from the clouds tomorrow, as long as everything goes according to the plan. If it goes to absolute trash, well, then you'll be seeing it live on the Pascal show if they don't cut off the feed. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm going to keep it real. We're going to be watching it. You know what I'm saying? We're all going to be like, what's going to happen with my cheese? It's just. Oh, my. Oh, snap. Wow. You know what I mean? Should we see that? Is that bad? Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Damn. But that's literally what's going to happen tomorrow if it goes down like that tomorrow. So, just saying. I think a lot of us are going to be very, very hype about tomorrow. You know, there's some of us that are in the chat, in the family, that are going, oh, damn, there goes the neighborhood kind of thing. But there's a lot of other people that are kind of like, okay, we're ready for a new thing. You know, we're ready for a change. That's it. We're just ready for a change.
A positive change. You want to be very detailed with that.
Oh, yeah. Let me say that. A positive change. You know what I'm saying? Let's augment. Let's transcend from this BS that we've been in lately. And let's go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Panda Loco just said, free Tiger King, free Joe Exotic. Here it is, though. If Trump is going to pardon Lil Wayne, I wouldn't be surprised if he pardons Joe Exotic. I wouldn't be surprised. But Joe Exotic hasn't done anything, like he hasn't endorsed him. He hasn't publicly gone out there and endorsed Trump, said, yeah, man, vote for this dude, whatever. He hasn't done that. So that might be a little tough. You know what I'm saying? Just a thought.
There's a whole list of people getting pardoned right now, so I don't know.
Yeah. Do you have the list? Because apparently, I think the list dropped.
I know Snoop Dogg got the former
I'm sorry, the list dropped.
Former what do you call that? Drug dealer who gave money to Suge Knight for Death Row Records. Pardoned today, so he did like 30 years in prison.
Wow, wait. So he pardoned. So
he pardoned
Snoop Dogg got his boys.
Gave Suge Knight the money for Death Row.
That's a surprise because if you really think about it, Snoop has been talking trash on Trump since day one. Snoop's
always been kind of, both sides of the tracks. He's always flips the script to get his way. He's always like that. So
you got a point there. You got a point there. That's
he's
hilarious.
everybody's friend, so he'd do anything to, you know. Let's see.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I'm looking
Because
right
I
now.
know there's a list. The list be out there, y'all. The list is out there. It exists. And I was just like, all right. All right. It just, the 100 better not be a whole bunch of insurrectionists. We're going to have some issues here. Seriously. I think Lindsey Graham was like, please don't do that. Trump. It'll be a really bad look if you do that. And then, you know, Trump ain't listening. He don't give two damns.
It has to be like 30 people. It's less, at least 30, if not more. Jesus Christ.
Of what?
Of people he pardoned.
I mean, he went through a gang of people.
That's a lot. It's like maybe even 40.
I think he pardoned. Did he pardon his daughter and his son-in-law?
No.
He didn't?
Let's see.
Bruh, come on, you're lying. He didn't?
Let's see.
Nick S., thank you. He said it won't be insurrectionists, it'll be political allies. Thank you. And I hope you're right, Nick S. I haven't seen the list. I just heard about it. I heard it on the way into the office and heard about it. Paul Manafort got
to actually go through the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I understand. Paul Manafort got a pardon. Apparently, Roger Stone got a pardon. I thought Roger Stone already got a pardon. I thought that was old news.
That's probably old, yeah.
Yeah, that's old news.
Now people like committing wire fraud, mail fraud, conspiracy,
murder. I'm just saying, like, you might as well throw in some murder. Might as well put in some wealth there.
Fraud on here, a lot of it.
Someone
got
ridiculous.
A manslaughter charge. Okay, dropped. Okay. Yeah. Murder. You right? You right about that? Murder. Healthcare fraud. Wow.
You got murder in there. Okay.
Conspiracy to commit offenses in court. Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah. Illegal voting. That was Susan B. Anthony. So that's funny. Ironic. Bank robbery. Yeah.
ShamWow, the company. Oh, yeah. Wait. What was that guy's name?
Which one?
ShamWow got a pardon. What? Panda Loco got the info. Thank you. Gracias. Panda Loco.
Panda's crazy.
Yeah, his name is Loco. His last name is Loco. Don't you know I'm Loco? So that's interesting. The infomercial guy caught with a hooker. Yep. I just forgot his name.
Even somebody who had some IRS tax fraud, he pardoned. Convenient.
I mean, anything that has to do with embezzlement, wire fraud, anything financial that could possibly have any connection with him, I'm sure he was probably going, hey, let's just pardon these guys. Let's go. Let's just do it. I mean, I think this is the most pardons that any president has ever given.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
It's been several dozen just recently.
Isn't that nuts?
Nuts.
That's nuts.
Well, this is his last,
What am I drinking?
Contribution.
I'm not drinking any. I swear to God, there's no liquor in here. This is just Dr. Pepper, cherry Dr. Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper, sorry. Cherry Diet Dr. Pepper. This stuff is delicious. I'm just letting you know. Delicious. It's kind of funny that it says Coca-Cola on it, but it's not a Coke.
Fake news.
It's crazy that this is that this is like the last few days, or the last hours of his presidency, and this is what he spent doing this. But he also did something else that we have got to do. I said in the title that we were going to take a look at Trump's farewell speech. So I wanted y'all to watch it with me. You know what I'm saying? See this with me, cause yeah. I was going to do a pop-up video. I took the time. I actually did the pop-up video. I started cutting it. I started putting it together. And then I said, you know what? I want to watch this with the fam. I think this is better off if we all watch it together. I mean, sure, everybody and their mama is trying to get their reaction video out the quickest and all that. Like, oh, Trump put out another video. I'm not really that surprised with the video. But I figured let's watch it together. All right. I think that's fair. I'm sure T hasn't seen it. Have you seen it yet, Brad?
No, I have not.
See his lazy ass. Anyway,
I've been busy, man. You know how it is.
Yeah, excuses. Yeah. Just keep going with that. With those lame ass excuses. You lazy ass. Anyway, let's pull this up. Let's check this out for ourselves, okay? And voice your opinions, voice your thoughts. I need you guys to say, put in your thoughts in this whole thing. I mean, it's his last hurrah. It's his last piece of putting in his 2 cents, really, if you really think about it, because now he won't have this kind of microphone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he will always have something, but he won't have this kind of microphone ever again. Hopefully, not ever again. So this is his last speech to address the world as he walks out and bookends what I feel like we could call the most tumultuous roller coaster ride of a legacy ever, of a presidency ever. So let's take a look at this. As you can already see, he's not happy. Like a while back, he was doing that debate, right? He was with Savannah Guthrie. He was outside. He was defending how he was dealing with the coronavirus and all that. And a lady was they were asking people were in the crowd were going up to the microphone asking questions. And a lady said, "Why don't you smile? I love when you smile." And then he just put on this game-winning smile immediately. He ain't smiling here. Like, not at all. He ain't happy at all. Just wanted to point that out. Moving on.
My fellow Americans, 4 years ago, we launched a great national effort to rebuild our country, to renew its spirit, and to restore the allegiance of this government to its citizens. In short, we embarked on a mission to make America great again for all Americans. As I conclude my term as the 45th President of the United States,
like Grumpy
I stand
Cat,
before
I'm
you
done.
Truly proud
Courtney,
of what
hilarious.
we have achieved together. We did what we came here to do, and so much more. This week, we inaugurate a new administration and pray for its success in keeping America safe and prosperous. We extend our best wishes, and we also want them to have luck, a very important word.
I think it's funny he's just said that. Because he's like, I'm not even a minute in and I'm already going in. Sorry. But he's literally sitting here saying, welcome to hell. Because you're about to bring in a terrible administration. Here we go. Here we go. You know what I mean?
I'd like to begin by thanking just a few of the amazing people who made our remarkable journey possible. First, let me express my overwhelming gratitude for the love and support of our spectacular First Lady, Melania. Let me also share my deepest appreciation to my daughter Ivanka, my son-in-law Jared, and to Barron, Don, Eric, Tiffany, and Lara. You fill my world with light and with joy. I also want to thank Vice President Mike Pence, his wonderful wife Karen, and the entire Pence family.
I'm very impressed that he mentioned him or the Pence family. I was not expecting him to mention them at all, to be really honest, in his farewell speech. So to me, this is a very big surprise. I mean, come on. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's an absolute 110% jerk. I mean, I do think he is that too, but I do think he is also going to at least say something cordial, you know what I'm saying, about this stuff. So to a certain extent, you know what I mean? He's going to say his thank yous to everybody, no matter what. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like there was probably a moment where he's like, should I put them in? Should I put them in here? Because I really don't think I want to, because I have a problem with Pence. You know what I mean?
Thank you as well to my Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, the dedicated members of the White House staff, and the cabinet, and all of the incredible people across our administration who poured out their heart and soul to fight for America. I also want to take a moment to thank a truly exceptional group of people.
Ooh.
The United States Secret Service.
Word. Shout out to those dudes, because I'm sure a lot of them were like, man, this dude, maybe. Or just saying, I mean, the amount of traveling he's done in the past 4 years is amazing. It's mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. So without those dudes, real talk, you know what I mean? Shout out to those guys, real talk. You know, they had to protect him.
My family and I will forever be in your debt. My profound gratitude as well to everyone in the White House Military Office, the teams of Marine One and Air Force One, every member of the armed forces, and state and local law enforcement all across our country. Most of all, I want to thank the American people. To serve as your president has been an honor beyond description. Thank you for this extraordinary privilege, and that's what it is, a great privilege and a great honor. We must never forget that while Americans will always have our disagreements, we are a nation of incredible, decent, faithful, and peace-loving citizens who all want our country to thrive and flourish and be very, very successful and good. We are a truly magnificent nation. All Americans were horrified by the assault on our Capitol. Political violence is an attack on everything we cherish as Americans. It can never be tolerated. Now more than ever, we must unify around our shared values and rise above the partisan rancor and forge our common destiny.
I just want to point one thing out. This little snippet right here that he just said, he should have said about 13 days ago. He keeps saying little things now that he should have said a long ass time ago. In fact, these are the kind of things he should have been saying on the 6th before the riots happened too. But that didn't happen.
4 years ago, I came to Washington as the only true outsider ever to win the presidency. I had not spent my career as a politician, but as a builder looking at open skylines and imagining infinite possibilities. I ran for president because I knew there were towering new summits for America just waiting to be scaled. I knew the potential for our nation was boundless as long as we put America first. So I left behind my former life and stepped into a very difficult arena, but an arena nevertheless with all sorts of potential if properly done. America had given me so much, and I wanted to give something back. Together with millions of hardworking patriots across this land, we built the greatest political movement in the history of our country. We also built the greatest economy in the history of the world.
Okay, this is one thing I want to say, okay? Because I know there's going to be people that are going to feel some type of way in the family chat. Here it is. The economy was doing very well before he walked in. He walked in, and then he moved it up. He moved it up, definitely. Then Rona happened. The economy went down again. Now it's on an uptick, and it's starting to do well, but we still do have a lot of problems going on. There's still unemployment. There's still people trying to find jobs. There's still cities that are still shut down. There's still things going on, social distancing, etc. We still got this Rona around here that is stopping from businesses to be able to truly 110% flourish. I will give him props, though, on this thing. He has come in and brought more manufacturing, that kind of thing, business to America. I will give him that. Hey, surprise, surprise, I'm giving him some sort of props. He did some good. I'm not going to sit here and say that he didn't do any good while he was in office, even though this whole thing that happened was 4 years in the whole thing that happened on the 6th was 4 years in the making. But in between all of that, he did some good things for the country that actually gave the country, zhuzhed the country's economic machine back up again. Even actually revved it up on all, revved it up another piston. You know what I mean? So I will give him props on that. But at the same time, it was good and then down, and it was up and then it was down. It's been a terrible, terrible roller coaster ride as of late.
It was about America first because we all wanted to make America great again. We restored the principle that a nation exists to serve its citizens. Our agenda was not about right or left. It wasn't about Republican or Democrat, but about the good of a nation, and that means the whole nation. With the support and prayers of the American people, we achieved more than anyone thought possible. Nobody thought we could even come close. We passed the largest package of tax cuts and reforms in American history. We slashed more job-killing regulations than any administration had ever done before. We fixed our broken trade deals, withdrew from the horrible Trans-Pacific Partnership and the impossible Paris Climate Accord, renegotiated the one-sided South Korea deal, and we replaced NAFTA with the groundbreaking USMCA. That's Mexico and Canada, a deal that's worked out very, very well. Also, and very importantly, we imposed historic and monumental tariffs on China, made a great new deal with China. But before the ink was even dry,
oh no, here we go.
We and the whole world got hit with the China virus. Our trade
I'm sorry. He still calls it China virus. I'm done. I'm done.
That Wuhan.
You see what I'm saying? That Wuhan flu. You know what I'm saying? He's still the Kung flu. I mean, it's hilarious that he still says that. But y'all, please. I see all y'all. Welcome to the show. Don't forget to crush that subscribe button, okay? I do this show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I do a Tuesday through Thursday show, which is what you're watching right now at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So please hit that like button down below. Let's get those likes up past 100 likes, please, and most definitely crush that subscribe button. It would really be wonderful to have you a part of the Pascal Show family, all right, y'all? Crush that subscribe button, okay? Subscribe. Let's continue.
Relationship was rapidly changing.
Oh, one last thing. I will be doing a watch party tomorrow morning, a full-on watch party of the inauguration. Come join the fun. I'll be in a suit. Should be fun. Let's go.
Billions and billions of dollars were pouring into the U.S., but the virus forced us to go in a different direction. The whole world suffered, but America outperformed other countries economically because of our incredible economy and the economy that we built. Without the foundations and footings, it wouldn't have worked out this way. We wouldn't have some of the best numbers we've ever had. We also unlocked our energy resources and became the world's #1 producer of oil and natural gas by far. Powered by these policies, we built the greatest economy in the history of the world. We reignited America's job creation and achieved record low unemployment for African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, women, almost everyone. Income soared, wages boomed, the American dream was restored, and millions were lifted from poverty in just a few short years. It was a miracle. Stock market set one record after another with 148 stock market highs during this short period of time and boosted the retirements and pensions of hardworking citizens all across our nation. 401ks are at a level they've never been at before. We've never seen numbers like we've seen, and that's before the pandemic and after the pandemic. We rebuilt the American manufacturing base, opened up thousands of new factories, and brought back the beautiful phrase, made in the USA. To make life better for working families, we doubled the child tax credit and signed the largest ever expansion of funding for child care and development. We joined with the private sector to secure commitments to train more than 16 million American workers for the jobs of tomorrow. When our nation was hit with the terrible pandemic, we produced not one, but 2 vaccines with record-breaking speed, and more will quickly follow.
I do want to point something out. Yes, the vaccines were done at a record, like neck-breaking speed. Yes. But how efficient, how effective are these vaccines truly going to be? I repeat, how effective are these vaccines truly going to be? We still don't know how effective these vaccines are yet, y'all. We don't. They still are administering things, and there's been back stuff. Things have been stopped because of X, Y, and Z. You see what I'm saying? Some people are still only have had their first dose. They haven't gotten the second dose yet. Some mother lovers have died. Sorry. Some people have had really bad side effects to it. And of course, I know that that's going to happen. I get it. But at the same time, we don't know how effective those vaccines are really going to be. And we won't know for some time coming. Yes, record-breaking speed, absolutely. But are they effective?
They said it couldn't be done, but we did it. They called it a medical miracle, and that's what they're calling it right now, a medical miracle. Another administration would have taken 3, 4, 5, maybe even up to 10 years to develop a vaccine. We did it in 9 months. We grieve for every life lost, and we pledge in their memory to wipe out this horrible pandemic once and for all. When the virus took its brutal toll on the world's economy, we launched the fastest economic recovery our country has ever seen. We passed nearly $4 trillion in economic relief, saved or supported over 50 million jobs, and slashed the unemployment rate in half. These are numbers that our country has never seen before. We created choice and transparency in healthcare, stood up to Big Pharma in so many ways, but especially in our effort to get favored nations clauses added, which will give us the lowest prescription drug prices anywhere in the world. We passed VA choice, VA accountability, right to try, and landmark criminal justice reform. We confirmed 3 new justices of the United States Supreme Court. We appointed nearly 300 federal judges to interpret our Constitution as written. For years, the American people pleaded with Washington to finally secure the nation's borders. I am pleased to say we answered that plea and achieved the most secure border in U.S. history. We have given our brave border agents and heroic ICE officers the tools they need to do their jobs better than they have ever done before, and to enforce our laws and keep America safe. We proudly leave the next administration with the strongest and most robust border security measures ever put into place. This includes historic agreements with Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, along with more than 450 miles of powerful new wall. We restored American strength at home and American leadership abroad. The world respects us again. Please don't lose that respect.
Do I need to say anything here? Please don't lose that respect. What happened 13 days ago? Wasn't that a disgrace on American soil? Wasn't that something that looked really, really bad? on behalf of the rest of the world. The rest of the world is looking at this situation that happened, and they're going, shaking their heads. Shaking their damn heads. Real talk. And now he's saying, don't lose that respect. The respect is gone. The thrill is gone. Like it's gone, baby. Gone. All on one day. One day.
We reclaimed our sovereignty by standing up for America at the United Nations and withdrawing from the one-sided global deals that never served our interests. And NATO countries are now paying hundreds of billions of dollars more than when I arrived just a few years ago. It was very unfair. We were paying the cost for the world. Now the world is helping us. And perhaps most importantly of all, with nearly $3 trillion, we fully rebuilt the American military, all made in the USA. We launched the first new branch of the United States Armed Forces in 75 years, the Space Force. And last spring, I stood at Kennedy Space Center in Florida and watched as American astronauts returned to space on American rockets for the first time in many, many years.
I just have to ask, what is Space Force for? That sounds like the title of like the fourth installment of a movie. But what is Space Force for? What is it exactly? What is it for? Inquiring minds would like to know. Does he know something that we don't know? And he's just trying to set it up so we can get ready? I mean, I'm cool with like being ready for the future and all that, but I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing? What's it for?
We revitalized our alliances and rallied the nations of the world to stand up to China like never before. We obliterated the ISIS caliphate and ended the wretched life of its founder and leader, al-Baghdadi. We stood up to the oppressive Iranian regime and killed the world's top terrorist, Iranian butcher Qasem Soleimani. We recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and recognized Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. As a result of our bold diplomacy and principled realism, we achieved a series of historic peace deals in the Middle East. Nobody believed it could happen. The Abraham Accords opened the doors to a future of peace and harmony, not violence and bloodshed. It is the dawn of a new Middle East, and we are bringing our soldiers home. I am especially proud to be the first president in decades who has started no new wars.
I give him mad props on that. I give him mad props on no new wars. That is facts, but he's forgetting one. He's forgetting one. Yes, he's talking about foreign, but he's forgetting about domestic. And there's been a long-ass year. All of 2020 was nothing but crazy riots and mayhem in the streets all over the place. And then it goes all the way to a head on January 6th. Let's be real. There's been nothing but chaos and turmoil on American soil. So yes, foreign-wise, there hasn't been any wars. I completely agree with that. Good job. Good on you, Trump. Congratulations on that. That's a hard thing to achieve, right? But what about domestic, bruh? What about that domestic?
Above all, we have reasserted the sacred idea that in America, the government answers to the people. Our guiding light, our North Star, our unwavering conviction has been that we are here to serve the noble, everyday citizens of America. Our allegiance is not to the special interests, corporations, or global entities. It's to our children, our citizens, and to our nation itself. As president, my top priority, my constant concern, has always been the best interests of American workers and American families. I did not seek the easiest course. By far, it was actually the most difficult. I did not seek the path that would get the least criticism. I took on the tough battles, the hardest fights, the most difficult choices, because that's what you elected me to do. Your needs were my first and last unyielding focus. This, I hope, will be our greatest legacy. Together, we put the American people back in charge of our country. We restored self-government. We restored the idea that in America, no one is forgotten because everyone matters and everyone has a voice.
That's a lie. You're still with me, T, right?
Hell yeah.
That is a lie.
He's definitely, boasting and bragging, trying to hide and, not show light to what he didn't do.
Yeah.
Like you were saying before, real quickly.
Yo, go ahead, man.
There was no international wars. You're right. But domestically, we had a lot of different wars on our own land between races and cultures and
absolutely
and all kind of people. So he showed his true colors then, not really speaking properly to put out the fires. He let these things simmer and engulf more over the years.
It's I'm sorry. As much as he says, oh, the American people, we listen to the voice. No, you didn't. You heard one side of the American voice. But let's continue.
We fought
It's almost
for the
done.
principle that every citizen is entitled to equal dignity, equal treatment, and equal rights, because we are all made equal by God.
Excuse me. That's a lie. According to him, that's a lie.
Everyone is entitled to be treated with respect, to have their voice heard, and to have their government listen.
He's lying. It's a lie. He doesn't believe this. Whoever wrote this for him was a very good writer. But this is not equal. There was no equal. Oh, when it has to do with anybody that is of his, let's just say, of his pigment, it is good people on both sides. Anybody darker than him, I guess, it is, if they start rioting, if they start looting, you start shooting. You guys are very special people as they're killing each other on the steps of the Capitol building. I'm going to continue.
You are loyal to your country, and my administration was always loyal to you. We worked to build a country in which every citizen could find a great job and support their wonderful families. We fought for the communities where every American could be safe and schools where every child could learn. We promoted a culture where our laws would be upheld, our heroes honored, our history preserved, and law-abiding citizens are never taken for granted. Americans should take tremendous satisfaction in all that we have achieved together. It's incredible. Now, as I leave the White House, I have been reflecting on the dangers that threaten the priceless inheritance we all share. As the world's most powerful nation, America faces constant threats and challenges from abroad. But the greatest danger we face is a loss of confidence in ourselves, a loss of confidence in our national greatness. A nation is only as strong as its spirit. We are only as dynamic as our pride. We are only as vibrant as the faith that beats in the hearts of our people. No nation can long thrive that loses faith in its own values, history, and heroes.
No.
For these,
you smell where it's going? I mean, I smell it. I smell it.
These are the very sources of our unity and our vitality. What has always allowed America to prevail and triumph over the great challenges of the past has been an unyielding and unashamed conviction in the nobility of our country and its unique purpose in history. We must never lose this conviction. We must never forsake our belief in America. The key to national greatness lies in sustaining and instilling our shared national identity. That means focusing on what we have in common, the heritage that we all share. At the center of this heritage is also a robust belief in free expression, free speech, and open debate. Only if we forget who we are and how we got here could we ever allow political censorship and blacklisting to take place in America.
He just wants his Twitter back. Just give him back his Twitter. He wants his PS5 back, guys. Just give it to him.
It's not even thinkable. Shutting down free and open debate violates our core values and most enduring traditions. In America, we don't insist on absolute conformity or enforce rigid orthodoxies and punitive speech codes. We just don't do that. America is not a timid nation of tame souls who need to be sheltered and protected from those with whom we disagree.
But we also are a country that look down upon inciting insurrections and sending out tweets. I'm not only talking about Trump here. I'm talking about everybody else that's involved in those things. Putting out tweets that invoke treasonous acts, violence, assassinations, kidnapping, espionage, and then in more and more and more. Violence, death, muerte. All those things were in there, in these tweets. Not his. I'm not saying just on him. I'm saying like other people. I mean, we need to start being careful about how we tweet things and what we say in social media. For real.
That's not who we are. It will never be who we are. For nearly 250 years, in the face of every challenge, Americans have always summoned our unmatched courage, confidence, and fierce independence. These are the miraculous traits that once led millions of everyday citizens to set out across a wild continent and carve out a new life in the Great West. It was the same profound love of our God-given freedom that willed our soldiers into battle and our astronauts into space. As I think back on the past 4 years, one image rises in my mind above all others. Whenever I traveled all along the motorcade route, there were thousands and thousands of people. They came out with their families so that they could stand as we passed and proudly wave our great American flag. It never failed to deeply move me. I knew that they did not just come out to show their support of me. They came out to show me their support and love for our country.
Very much one-sided here.
This is a republic of proud citizens who are united by our common conviction that America is the greatest nation in all of history. We are and must always be a land of hope, of light, and of glory to all the world. This is the precious inheritance that we must safeguard at every single turn. For the past 4 years, I have worked to do just that.
Did he, though?
From a great hall of Muslim leaders in Riyadh to a great square of Polish people in Warsaw, from the floor of the Korean Assembly to the podium at the United Nations General Assembly, and from the Forbidden City in Beijing to the shadow of Mount Rushmore, I fought for you, I fought for your family, I fought for our country. Above all, I fought for America and all it stands for, and that is safe, strong, proud, and free. Now, as I prepare to hand power over to a new administration at noon on Wednesday, I want you to know that the movement we started is only just beginning. There's never been anything like it. The belief that a nation must serve its citizens will not dwindle, but instead only grow stronger by the day. As long as the American people hold in their hearts deep and devoted love of country, then there is nothing that this nation cannot achieve. Our communities will flourish. Our people will be prosperous. Our traditions will be cherished.
Without you.
Our faith will be strong.
Without you.
And our future will be brighter than ever before.
Most definitely without you.
I go from this majestic place with a loyal and joyful heart, an optimistic spirit, and a supreme confidence.
That's a lie. He doesn't have one optimistic spirit bone in his body right now. Do you understand that? If he was optimistic, he would be doing the diplomatic thing, the presidential thing, and welcoming the Biden family and the Biden administration into the White House and call it a damn day. But he hasn't done that, has he? He's not going to do that, is he? He had plans of doing something in regards to a gun salute so that he could fly off into the sunset or into the morning day, whatever, into the clouds. And that's been put down. So he's just going to walk off and fly off to Mar-a-Lago. And that's it. To his little, to his big ass estate in Mar-a-Lago. And that's it. He's not shaking his hand. He's not greeting them. He's not bringing them in to sit there and talk to him or anything like that. Melania's not even doing the tea thing, which I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You stand by your man, be a bottom B. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't make any sense to me that just because Trump doesn't want to accept the results, doesn't want to accept the election, and that he lost it, okay, doesn't mean that Melania can't just go, hey, I'm still going to be cordial to the wife. You know what I mean? To Jill. I'm still going to bring in Jill Biden, and we're still going to do the traditional tea and sit down. Because trust me, Melania want to be out, yo. Melania's happy. For a fact, she's like, yes, we can go back home and I can do tans whenever I want. That's what's going on. She doesn't care about him getting an L. She wants to go. There should be a better transition here. If he was optimistic about where the world is going right now, he'd be there on the inauguration ceremony.
Evidence that for our country and for our children, the best is yet to come. Thank you and farewell. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
There it is, y'all. In all of its glory. Well, definitely comment down below and let me know what your thoughts on this. We're going to open up the conversation here because, I still got T here. Thank you so much for sitting through that. Sorry. That was kind of a big deep dive, but I had to look at it. We as a family got to watch that together and see that for our own damn selves and just kind of go, what? Like, what? What? Okay. That happened. That happened, yo. That most definitely happened. You know what? I'll tell you this, though. I was very surprised. I was very, very surprised. I didn't think we were going to get a speech from him. I really did not expect him to do a speech. I thought he was just going to get on his helicopter or a plane or whatever he was going to jump into and just bounce. Good old Irish goodbye. Not even say goodbye, not say nothing. Just chuck up the deuces and bye. You know what I mean? T, thoughts?
Well, where do I start? Being that this is a celebration of MLK Day a few days ago on his birthday, MLK mentioned in the 1960s that their current leaders and politicians use a lot of double talk. And that still reigns true today. The double talk has not changed at all. For him to stand up there and give a farewell speech and not be authentic about what he let transpire this whole past year, it's upsetting. He mentioned his own words that this movement that he created, or this movement that's current, was uprising. It's a great movement, but that movement is if that movement is the same movement that were breaking into the Capitol a while back, then we have a lot to worry about. A whole lot to worry about. I mean, let's say this. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, there were some good things that he did while he was in town, while he was in office.
outside of dividing the country and all that, economically speaking, there were some things business-wise, bringing business to the country and all that. Those were positive things. One of those things I hope that Biden keeps going with. Like, I hope that, because for a fact, anything that Trump touched, I'm sure Biden's like, just like, like that stinky, gym sock, just throw it in the trash. We're just not going to deal with that anymore. That's what I feel like Biden will do to a lot of things that he's going to a lot of Trump's policies, right? But at the same time, I just hope that he still keeps businesses in the country. I do hope that. I do hope that he continues doing what's going on, because that has been giving the American economy a jolt, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm just going to say that first before I rail in on Trump. Okay. Because I need to be fair, and I try to be even as much as I can on this show, except for what happened on the 6th. I mean, it's fair with what I'm saying, because if there's injustices that go on, I'm going to speak on it, and that's how it is. Now, everything else that he said that had nothing to do with business, and he just talked about the American people. When he was talking to the American people, he wasn't talking to you and me, T. He was talking to his Make America Great Again MAGA hat, Trump swag drip wearing cats that were waving their MAGA flags and beating the security on the steps of the Capitol building on the 6th. The cosplay bloodbath that we had, the Trump cosplay bloodbath that happened out there on the 6th. He's talking to those people. At the very end, he said the best is yet to come. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back home to that thing in Mar-a-Lago, whatever you call it, Florida, and he just sits there and tries to build his own army.
Well, Florida is the right state to do it in, because, a lot of those wacko stories are in Florida.
Because it's Florida.
So, yeah, that makes sense.
Because it's Florida. Okay. I'm not even saying Florida. It's Florida. Okay? Florida. Yeah. So he's going back out there. And he's going to sit there. He's going to lick his wounds. And he's going to ruminate. And he's going to let those ideas marinate and do what they need to do. And he's going to cultivate something insane. He's going to go download some whatevers. He's going to download some Parler, because Parler's been picked back up. They found a place, a Russian server to provide them. Ha! Go figure. How fitting, right? So, Parler will be back up and running. Hopefully, well, not hopefully. For them, hopefully, according to them, they'll be back up in a matter of weeks. You can't tell me that Trump's not going to jump on there, be the king of Parler, doing his woes and stuff. I don't know if they do videos on there, but you know what I'm saying. Body yaddy, 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 yaddy. Trump doing all that TikToks, but on Parler. Then he's going to get his whole army of people, and they're going to congregate, and they're going to bum rush again. There's that possibility. There's that possibility. Real talk. I mean, shoot. Everybody was sitting there going, January 6th could be crazy, could get wild. We never thought it was going to be wild. We never thought it would be successful. And it was. No matter if it wasn't, like they didn't get Nancy Pelosi, they didn't get no Pence. No elected officials actually died, right? They didn't get their hands on any elected official. But for a moment there, before it happened, we thought it's a far-fetched idea that they would actually try to storm the Capitol, right? And they did. And if they'd had a little bit more oomph, a little bit more elbow grease and chutzpah, they could have been very successful. Who's to say all those people who were willing to die for President Trump wouldn't be willing to go down to Mar-a-Lago, wherever he's living, and rise back up again with Trump in front, like Braveheart.
Yeah, I mean,
anything's possible now, I feel.
Jump on that. His legacy, just thinking about his whole 4 years, he came in running for president trying to divide and conquer. That was his main tactic, besides lying, of course, was dividing and conquering. And he attacked the Republicans he ran against, then the Dems he ran against as well, and then he attacked the American people by dividing us up. And one thing that we have to remember is a famous quote by the great Maya Angelou. She says that people may not always remember what you said to them, but they will always remember how you made them feel. And I believe that Trump made us all feel a way that we don't want to ever feel again. Because we never felt this way in our generation due to MLK's, legacy. But he's allowed that movement, like you spoke of before, that movement to uprise again in America. And really, that movement even divided up the party that he represents. The Republicans are now split.
Oh, so, it is split. There are people that are actually walking away from the Republican Party as well because of what happened on the 6th. Colin Powell, for example, walked away from the Republican Party. Now he is a self-declared independent because he is so ashamed of what happened on the 6th. So there is going to be quite a bit of a shift, in the Republican Party here very, very soon. And also, we got to keep an eye on what's going to happen with the impeachment trials as well. Wendy also said, Wendy Ladd on YouTube, thank you so much for the comment, sweetheart. She said, I disagree, Pascal. I believe, because this is when I was talking about, like, he's going to go down there and, build an army. She said, I disagree, Pascal. I believe he's going to be too overwhelmed with court cases, criminal and civil. And you got a point there. He's about to get slapped with all kinds of different things. So, Wendy, you very well have a good point there. He's going to be so busy dodging all these cases and all these things, trying to dodge prison for as long as he can, that, you never know. All of his money might be wrapped up in legal fees so much. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, this is a crazy, crazy time. Transparency and Merit just gave us a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. They said, what happens if truckers stop delivering to big cities? What happens if farmers do the same thing? What happens if they make a run on the banks? You know what, Transparency and Merit? That's a very good question. You never, ever know. Because obviously farmers, truckers, that's a good point. But I can't sit there and automatically assume that all of them are diehard Trump supporters. But to be really honest, that's a very good point. They could literally say, hey, if we're not going to get them, if we're not going to get their attention by going and storming the Capitol, we'll get their attention if we go for their pockets or if we stop giving them food. It's a very good possibility. Stop growing their food. Stop doing those things that we need to do to help the country, the wheels turn round, which is a very good possibility. Fanatic 215, thank you so much for the $5 tip. Thank you so much. Stumbled upon your channel last week. Good stuff. We still have to live with the extreme Trump supporters. This doesn't end tomorrow. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, we still have our hardcore Trump supporters, and they will be ride or die till death without a shadow of a doubt. And it's okay. It's okay. As long as they keep it cordial inside the family chat. That's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? We are all here to talk about, we're all here as like a round table to get our thoughts out, to talk about things. You know, sometimes T and I don't agree on things. You know what I'm saying? And we talk it out like cordial human beings, even though he smells funny and he ain't nothing. You know what I mean? How dare he come out with that Maya Angelou quote, trying to be all smart and stuff with his glasses and everything. But anyway, you know what I'm saying.
Come on, man.
No. I love it.
I got kids watching the show, man.
But at the same time, that's the thing. You know what I mean? I think that is a very good point. That there is very much many possibilities of of what Transparency and Merit said, that they could literally just almost like a reverse boycott, if that makes any sense. We're not going to deliver your stuff. We don't need to do that for you. That could very well happen. I just don't know if they're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that could hurt their pockets too. It's one thing to like boycott a store. You never have to spend money there ever again. You know what I mean? It's another thing to, it's another thing to boycott delivering or boycotting, cutting off business that you do for an actual company or a place. That could be really tough. You know what I mean? That could make your pockets get real thin, that truck driver or that farmer. You know what I'm saying? So they have to do that real smart, or only make sure that they have their ducks in a row before they do something that drastic or that extreme. Transparency and Merit, thank you again for the $5 super chat again. Economic warfare should be the last thing we want. Absolutely. I totally agree. Nikki, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you. She just wanted to say hi. How you doing, sweetheart? Yeah. Hi, Nikki. Thank you. We love you. Thank you so much for the love. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, what Transparency and Merit said, I mean, that is a very good possibility that there could be economic warfare. I don't know. I think it really depends. I think the majority of the country right now is willing to sit back and go, well, let's see what Biden's going to do first before we start acting the fool. I do feel like that's going to happen. I feel like they're going to be like, all right, he's here. He's sworn in. Nothing happened. Nothing catastrophic happened on Inauguration Day. He's still here. He said his speech. Let's see what he's going to do. If he doesn't do anything, then I can see some crazy stuff going down. But he hasn't even had a chance to do anything yet as president, right? Just like what happened with Trump. He got sworn in and everybody said, oh no, oh have mercy, it's over, we're going to die. The world's going to end. And then we all said, hey, you know what? Let's give him a shot. Let's step back before we start tripping horde. Let's just step back and see what he does. And then we stepped back and we saw what he did. And it was bad. So, but Biden's new. He hasn't had a chance yet. I feel like we are people that just had we just got out of a very toxic relationship, okay? And we are all going, oh, red flags, and we want to flee. Well, this guy has already moved in with, he already put all of his socks and underwear in a drawer already. He's already claimed a little corner in the medicine cabinet with his little toothbrush on the thing. You know what I'm saying? His underwear, his dirty clothes are already mixed up in your hamper and stuff. Like, let's just give it a shot and see what happens. You know what I mean? Let's just have some patience and see what this guy really does. If he really jacks up, trust me, I would be the first in line going, man, he messed up. Because I'm skeptical too. I'm skeptical of both of them, to be completely honest. Both of them.
Right about that.
Harris and Biden. Trust me, I wish there was another duo getting sworn in right now. But at the same time, I could literally be hopeful for positive things to come out of this new administration. So I think I'm going to go with that. Because Trump got sworn in and I felt gloom and doom. And then as the Trump hats and those things started to emerge and become more of another symbol of hate, then I started going, oh, damn. At first it was like, I'll give him a shot. And then everything else came into play. And it's like, damn. Does this have to be right now? Can't we be like, oh, no, don't go. No, Trump, no, Trump, don't go. But I don't feel that. I wish it was like that. But these random series of events that have happened recently have pushed me otherwise to say, boy, bye. Okay? Bye, Felicia. T, thoughts?
I feel the same way. I feel the same exact way. Like we said earlier, we all have a bad taste in our mouth right now.
Yeah.
We all do, and it's unfortunate that we have to end the year or begin the year on his second impeachment. So it's couple that with the pandemic, which is not his fault, but of course how you handle a pandemic also is part of his analysis. Well, our analysis of him as a president.
Yeah.
Also with race relations and how that became worse and worse. We saw what happened all summer with BLM, Antifa, Proud Boys, and so on. I remember like the Republicans calling Obama the divider in chief, but Trump took that trophy immediately.
Oh yeah, snatched the hell out of his hands. Just give that to me. That's mine. It's bad.
So I'm definitely ready for a new beginning. And I'm not the biggest Biden and Kamala Harris fan. I'm more of a third party. Let's try something totally different kind of person. But we see what happens.
That's interesting. I mean, I like I said, I'm waiting to see something go down. In my personal opinion, I'm ready for something different, for sure. I am ready for something different. We might be going back to the status quo right now, but maybe that's something that we need for right now. Because of all the chaos that happened for 4 years, maybe it is just something boring and simple. Yes, I know. Probably, well, hopefully, well, I don't know. I know that there's a lot of comedians out here that are like a lot of political comedians are sitting here going like, the Stephen Colberts and the Trevor Noahs right now are going, damn, I won't have anything good. There won't be anything good to make fun of anymore. Damn, because, Joe Biden's Joe Biden, Biden.
Sleepy Joe.
Biden. Sleepy Joe. So I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, there won't be anything good to talk about no more. We don't know yet. We got to sit back and just pop some popcorn and get real comfortable. You never know. It might be a slow burner. Right? But at the same time, this is a different series. It's a different reality show. You know what I'm saying? Trump put on the most entertaining roller coaster ride of a series ever. Biden, it's a little I mean, it's a little bit more like The Crown. Trump was like Love and Hip Hop, but just super white. You know what I'm saying? Actually, what's that guy? Rock of Love. It was like Rock of Love. Yeah. It was like Rock of Love. And then you got now Biden in office, and it's a really slow burner. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Netflix show The Crown. You know what I'm saying? It won't be like bing, bang, boom, but there'll be big moments, I'm sure. But they'll just be a long time coming. And maybe that's what we need right now. Maybe that's exactly what we need. Brett Michaels, thank you. Courtney, exactly. I don't even know. I don't know how I know that, but it came out of my head. Rock of Love, dude. Yes, that dude. Every rose has a thorn. Yes. Basically, it was like the white version of Flavor of Love. Bam.
That was Trump. The Flavor of Love right there.
Yeah, basically. Wow. Wow, New York. Wow. You remember that stuff? Remember that? That's a deep cut. Yeah. But those things do exist. So that's his show. That was his presidency. You know what I mean? The Obamas were a little bit more like regal and, is very majestic and, dynasty, but like the black version of dynasty, clutch my pearls. You know what I mean?
No, like you got to think about this, that the people who despised Obama and a black family in the White House, they couldn't take that image at all. And they couldn't accept it. So Obama and Michelle had to be damn near perfect.
Yep.
Like you said, they were regal. The one time Obama wore with a tan suit, it was like all hell broke loose, right? How dare he not wear the proper suit? Where's his American flag on the suit? So like whatever he did, it was scrutinized. His wife as well. She was definitely scrutinized. He called all kind of different names. But Melania seems like she's given so much respect. And I'm like, she's damn near plagiarizing Michelle's speeches. So it's all hypocrisy in my eyes.
Yeah. And then the funny thing is also with like Melania, it just feels like, with all due respect, it just did. I mean, I knew she didn't want to be there. And she made it abundantly clear. You know what I'm saying? So you barely ever saw her. She had Be Best. She had Be Best. But I don't even think she ever did anything with it. It still exists, but she didn't even do anything with her organization called Be Best. The fact that I can even say that even exists is just beyond me. Something called Be Best.
Never heard of it.
Shoot, I looked at it and I'm like, the hell is what the cool. Great. That's thank you. But that was real. So she wanted to be out. But here it is. I'm going to open up the phone lines for a few minutes, only for a few minutes. So I'm going to be going through these phone calls pretty quick, y'all. So don't get offended if I start hanging up quick. All right. 314-766-4581. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts on Trump's speech, his farewell speech? Did you like it? Was it lackluster? Was it trash? Give me a call. 314-766-4581. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I saw some people that were actually trying to call earlier. Definitely call in. Let me know your thoughts on this. It got to be quick, though. All right? Quick thoughts. But as people are wondering if they're going to muster up enough courage to give us a call, what are your thoughts on this thing, though, T? What are your thoughts on this about Trump not being at the inauguration?
You know what's funny? I thought about this for a long time. The way Obama was feared as being like the first NIGGA president, but Trump took that trophy for sure. You think about, I was saying, those tendencies to not give a F. Trump has done everything to show his ass, his ass, pretty much. So he was not at all presidential at all in any kind of way. He definitely dissed every kind of protocol, every kind of policy, procedure that was done as a president before him.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely showed himself as being that HINC in charge, for sure.
It's funny because, he wanted to take the cake on that stuff. But I still feel like, I don't know, that it's like megalomania. It's more than, you know what I mean? But yeah, I see your point on that for sure. Fanatic, thank you so much again for the $10 super chat. I really do appreciate it. He said, they said, I'm sorry. As an amateur comedian, Trump jokes always seemed forced. His own words and actions are more absurd than jokes we would write. The president stared into an eclipse. A second grader wouldn't do that. That is very, very true. That is very true. That is very true. And don't get me wrong. They're going to be going in on Biden. No president is truly safe. Let's be real. So, once Biden goes in and he does one thing stupid, or he goes off and he does I love unicorns, they're going to be running in on that stuff. We got a phone call. Let's get this.
Let's do it.
Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Fanatic from Philadelphia.
What's up, Fanatic? Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, man. Appreciate it. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this farewell thing?
I'm really excited to look forward to how conservative media is going to flip the script, and the respect the president thing is just going to go out the window tomorrow.
Ooh. Fanatic, I like you. That's a good point. That's a good point. No, seriously, that's a really good observation. If they're going to sit there and go, our new president, we're so excited about this, blah, 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 let's honor him, blah, blah, blah. Or if they're going to literally go in on him from day freaking one. Because I've also noticed in the conservative radio as well, or not conservative radio, but conservative news as well. They're not even really talking about the riots like other mainstream media junkets are. I've noticed that too.
No. And they're already going on Dr. Joe Biden because she's not a medical doctor.
Yes.
They don't want her to be called doctor.
Yes.
If you got a PhD, you're a doctor.
Facts.
It doesn't matter. In mathematics, history, art, you're a doctor.
Right.
It is what it is.
It's so ridiculous, man. It is absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, it's funny how things change, how quickly the shoe goes onto the other foot, how things change, and then they sing a different tune with the quickness, you know?
Yes.
But Fanatic, thank you so much for the phone call, man. You stay blessed.
Yeah, you as well. Take care, bro.
Thank you, man. Peace. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, that's the thing. I mean, he's got a good point there. I'm glad he called in. That's a good point, and it's an obvious observation, because now conservative news is going to have a field day. Now they will most likely have a field day, like CNN. You know what I mean? You tune in and you turn on to like Anderson Cooper or Don Lemon or Cuomo. I mean, they just go in every single day on those things that happen. So I'm wondering also on the other side if they're going to be handling Biden and Harris with kid gloves. What do you think, T?
Of course not. Of course not. You have Tucker Carlson over there and Sean Hannity, you know, and that show called The Five. Yeah, they're definitely going to put everything out there and you know, say all kinds of subliminal, you know, negative comments about them. I mean, I went back and watched the commentary they were doing during Obama's legacy, and they didn't give him no chance of any kind of credit. Mm-mm. So it won't be shocking tomorrow if they begin unprofessional and say a lot of different, you know, crazy things about Biden tomorrow. It won't shock me at all.
It's funny because you got to remember, though Biden and Obama and all that are not that party is not lining their pockets though. So they are kind of paid to talk down, you know, to be absolutely biased. You know what I mean? Same thing with CNN. I'm not trying to say that CNN doesn't do the same damn thing. Oh, yeah, they do the same damn thing.
They're definitely from the same coin, you know, both sides, you know, are definitely they definitely spew their rhetoric to attract their fan base, and also they do a lot of you know, down talk of the opposition. So it's not like you would say like fair or unbiased media. It's definitely not at all.
Yeah, you know, like I said, it's going to be a very interesting time here very soon. And I'm very interested to see what's going to happen. And like I said, I think everybody needs to look into this new era and this new administration with kind eyes and give this a chance. You know what I mean? Just give it a chance and just see what he does before we get all riled up and angry. You also got to remember, he's already walking into very, very, like, he's walking into hostile territory already. There's already people out here gunning for him. Literally, there are people who want. There are people out here that want to put harm on him already, that don't want this inauguration to happen. As I talked about in this morning show, I read an article about there were two other, aside from Wesley Allen Beeler, who was having an honest mistake moment, not realizing that he had over 500 rounds of ammo in a Glock loaded with one in the chamber type of situation. There were two other people. One was a man, one was a woman. One of them, the woman was impersonating a police officer, trying to get in there because she wanted to do some damage. Same thing with the dude, trying to do some damage. Go ahead.
All these incidents are, or it seems like they're just testing the security measures.
Oh yeah.
How much defense do they have set up? One thing that Trump said during his farewell speech, excuse me.
You good?
That stood out was
water.
He was kind of, you know, putting a light on the Secret Service. how wonderful they've been to him
Mm-hmm.
or protecting him. I wonder, was that like a sign of like, yeah, they watched my back, but we'll see about yours tomorrow or whatever it may be. And that's scary to think about, because Trump is a master of manipulation and a master of words. He knows how to say things right in your face, and
there's a
you have
double
to be really
meaning.
careful about what he's saying, and his intent is definitely tied into his words. You have to just listen carefully to him.
Yeah. Hence the reason why I think everybody, including myself, will be watching the show tomorrow morning, or we'll be doing a watch party tomorrow morning, watching all of this chaos go down, and then some, because for a fact it's going to be a very, very entertaining turnout tomorrow, how it's going to be played out and everything. So, I mean, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, I will be on live checking out all of this. We will be sitting here watching the entire thing, the entire inauguration, to make sure, hopefully, no crazy stuff goes down. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it stays peaceful, smooth. It's going to be a little different, obviously, because of all the chaos that they're prepping for. But hopefully it stays exactly as is, which is peaceful. They get to bring those guys in, and we have a good, positive, and hopefully it's just boring as hell. Like, real talk. If it's boring as hell, that means peaceful transition. You see what I'm saying? Smooth and peaceful transition. If we're at the edge of our seats going, oh my God, the entire time, bruh, that's not good. That's not good. And you know what? I'll also say this too. I know even though it's Harris, that's better than Hillary. I'll just be really honest. So I'm very excited. I'm just going to be honest. I am excited about witnessing history with all of you guys, because we will be witnessing the first female vice president ever. And this woman is of color and a woman. She got them ovaries. You know what I'm saying? She does. She's a woman. So it's a huge thing. It's a huge, huge moment in history. Regardless of how you feel about it and just be like, man, I don't like it. Still, it's a positive moment. It's a historical moment. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? Historical. And we're going to see history in the making tomorrow morning live on the show. And I'm excited about that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, I'm excited about seeing people of color transcending, doing more, progressing. This shows something about what the country needs. I'm excited about it. It's going to be historical. But then at the same time, she has no time to F up. You feel me? Because she's the first vice president. She's the first female vice president. She bet not mess this up. We ain't got time for that. You feel me? So she's going to be just like Obama. She's going to have to be on her P's and Q's. She's going to have to be borderline perfect. Because as soon as she slips up, you know for a fact, they're going to be like, yep, told you she's a woman. She's a woman because she's a woman. She made that bad ideas. You know what I'm saying? She's a bad leader because she's a woman. She's a female. She messed up real bad because she got in her emotions because she's female. That's exactly what they're going to do. So, no.
I mean, look at Trump. He was very emotional himself. So you can't just judge by gender and emotions.
Right. I mean, where was he emotional? I'm sorry. Where?
Trump was always emotional.
I mean, yeah. I thought you meant like, you know what I mean?
Oh, no.
Like that. I'm like, where did you ever see that man cry?
I mean, the way where his temper was always on display.
Oh, yeah. But that was his way of crying. His His temper was his way of his tantrums were his way of crying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That was his way of just like, no. You know what I mean? So.
And don't forget that Kamala is also of Indian descent.
Absolutely.
So she definitely is going to represent India as a country, and also they're representing a large population, I believe, in America as well. I'm not sure the actual number.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of Indians here, or people from the area.
Oh,
sure,
absolutely.
So she will be in the spotlight.
And that's dope and that's incredible. But I don't know how much she actually does really, truly exercise and practice her own Indian cultures. I think she's going to be pandering like a mug on those things. Bruh, she did a video about Kwanzaa, and you can tell she didn't know not a damn thing about it. It was funny. She talks about, yeah, me and my husband, we celebrate Kwanzaa every year, and we do this thing called Wakakapataka, and it's really amazing. They talked about Hanukkah, and they, her husband's Jewish, and so they were talking about celebrating Hanukkah, and you could tell it's kind of like, do they actually celebrate Hanukkah for real though? And then she talked about Kwanzaa, and I'm like, do you really celebrate Kwanzaa though? Do you really celebrate it? Do you really celebrate it? Sure, you used to celebrate it, but do you really celebrate it now? Come on. Quit with the lying. Quit with them lies. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this phone call. Let me get this.
How it is for votes. You know,
let me get this.
You want some votes? You want to definitely try to pander.
Let me get this phone call real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick. One last phone call. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Jeff in Columbus, Ohio. Just wanted to say hi to the fam.
What's up?
You wanted opinions on Trump's speech?
Please, come on with it.
Well, I thought, it was kind of political positioning. I think he was just trying to unify the GOP, possibly for his 2024 run, would be my guess.
Yeah. You know what? That could be a way. That could have been the thing. He's just laying out the groundwork so that when he comes back, or if he does come back, if they, all depending on what happens with this impeachment, if he, if they throw this impeachment on him and all, so that it's like groundwork just in case, you know what I mean? Like that backup college that you're applying for.
Yeah,
you feel
that's
me?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I'm like you. I hope everything goes good tomorrow. I know there's a bunch of crazies out there. And,
absolutely, man.
we don't see another Lee Harvey Oswald type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we ain't got time for that.
I know that would really destroy this country right now. But
facts.
It's just a time for everyone. I understand the right wing's hurt because they thought they got their election stolen, but they don't understand. There were a lot of people that voted against Trump, not necessarily for Biden, but they just didn't like Trump that much.
Yep. That's true. I think
didn't vote. I didn't vote in 2016 because I didn't really like either candidate. But I made sure I voted in 2020.
Jeff, I think that you echo a lot of other people about 2016. It was kind of like, well,
I think a lot of Trump supporters don't understand that. They just look at how could so many people have voted for Biden? Well, it wasn't necessarily that. It was a lot of people just didn't want Trump in for another 4 years.
Facts. They're just like, get him out. We're tired of it. Get him out.
Yeah,
get him out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
Hopefully everything goes well, and peace and love to the family. And thanks for letting me vent, man.
Hey, anytime, Jeff. Anytime, Jeff. I appreciate you calling in all the way from Ohio. I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? You stay problem, blessed, man. Talk to you soon.
Later, man.
Peace. Yeah, man. I mean, the thing is like, yeah, there's a very well, what Jeff just said could very well be true, where it's a situation of maybe he's just putting in the groundwork for right now, so that just in case the impeachment doesn't go through, he can actually run in 2024 if he actually even has the gall and the energy, really, to run in 2024. And just kind of leave a diplomatic speech out there. You know what I mean? Which could very well be that. Or his team probably just said, hey, man, Mr. President, you need to do this. You at least need to do this. You need to leave the people with something. End this era in this administration the right way. Leave with a diplomatic speech. And then you can jump in your plane and fly to Florida. You know what I mean? That's a good point there, Jeff. So thank you so much for that comment, for real, or that call. I do appreciate that. But anyway, guys, it's about that time. It's time to wrap it up, y'all. I will be on tomorrow morning. T, thank you so much for being on. You know what I mean? Going through this with me as your
Thank you, bro.
as your daughter starts to sneak in from the back.
Again?
Yeah, yeah. Hi, sweetheart. Hey.
Say hi.
Hi. Hold up. Is it okay to put her on camera? Is it okay?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Just real quick. Say hi. Say hi, sweetheart.
Say hi right here.
Hey. Isn't it past her bedtime right now, bruh?
Yeah, she was taking her bath. She's in her pajamas now, so
right on.
It's time for bed now. She was like, "No, I ain't having that."
Hey, you know, smash the like for the beautiful girl, man. Smash those likes up. Get those likes up, all right, for family. All right?
Yeah.
Definitely. But yes, T, thank you. And little girl, you keep being cute as hell, all right?
What's your name? Tell them your name.
My name is Valentina.
Valentina.
Yeah.
Valentina.
Hey, I hear you in the earphone.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's adorable, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. But anyway, guys, tomorrow I will be on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, let's get the family in here, the whole family in here. Hey, so be sure to tune in tomorrow morning because I will be on watching the inauguration. We will be sitting through as much of it as we fathomably can, depending on how long it is, too. I don't know how long it's going to be, so we got to check that out. But hopefully everything's going to be good. Everything's going to be positive. You know what I'm saying? And it should be. It should stay that way tomorrow. But tune in tomorrow. I would love to have you guys in and on. I will be doing phone calls as well tomorrow throughout the whole thing. I got a little something for you guys tomorrow as well. Actually, I hopefully will be dropping something very special tonight. Valentina. Tonight, I will be dropping something most likely late tonight. So be on the lookout for it. It's for tomorrow, but you guys will get a early like sneak peek at it before I actually air it tomorrow morning on the show. But I will be getting phone calls. Deanna, yes, it is at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. And yes, we'll be on. Hopefully T will be able to pop on for a little bit, chop it up a little bit, talk about what's going on.
Yes,
and we're going to be having some good time. So tune in tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Biden administration's inauguration's going on tomorrow. History is going to be made tomorrow morning. Don't miss out on it. Come join me. Let's go watch history be made. Anyway, be good to yourselves. Be good to one another, guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. This is The Pascal Show. Bye. Hey, do the cross-eyed thing. Do the cross-eyed thing one more time. Do the face thing.
Do your eyes on the camera. Right here. Look here and do it.
Love, peace, and wellness for the holidays. Don't cancel them. Prepare, STL. Decorate. Make it as normal as you can, but slow the spread of COVID. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Watch your distance. Prepare, STL, helping St. Louisans of color prepare and prevail.
But you see how he makes these S's in his body right here? That's where he's hanging on, and then he's moving forward with the locomotion of his ribs. That is classic Missouri rat snake right there. I mean, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab him before he gets into a hole. Now, these snakes are not biters. They won't bite as long as you don't squeeze them. If you just stop them like this, it'll freeze them, and then you just gently pull them back. As long as you don't squeeze them, they won't bite.
Yo, Mike, what's up, man?
Guy? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, so Sugar Fire.
Yeah.
Fully open, right?
Yeah, we're pretty much open. So you can't sit inside yet. Monday you can sit inside a little bit. We'll have 25% of the tables inside, and then we're letting it rip outside.
So I know that there's a lot of people really concerned about staying safe and
Yeah,
all that.
no, I
So
don't
what are
blame
you
them.
guys doing in regards to that?
Well, and we have extra people to clean and rub everything down all the time. Everybody inside's wearing masks. And we have those little stickers on the ground so everyone can stay 6 feet apart.
Right on.
The tables are all spaced out, inside and outside.
Sugar Fire, open in full effect right now. They're staying healthy, they're staying clean. Go get you a rack of ribs. Sugar Fire, open right now. Thanks.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.